So I have an addiction and I want to talk about it because if other people have this addiction, I don't want you to feel bad. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people also have similar type addictions that I'm going to talk about. And this might sound crazy. And if you could only see my desk right now, because I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to show you that kind of feeds into my addiction and that fuels my addiction. And the thing that I'm addicted to, journals. Journals. Now, before you click off, um, just hold on because it's going to get worse. So I started several years ago, maybe 2017. I started bullet journaling, and this is your typical lectern bullet journal. And I love bullet journaling because it is a great way to organize my thoughts, my day. It's a good way to like do a mental dump and also organize your ideas as well so you don't forget your ideas because that's what happens. We have a good idea, and if we don't write it down, we forget about it. So that's what the bullet journal is for. It's kind of like my everything journal, and this is like my master journal. And my friends found out that I really liked journals. So then they started to get me other journals. And so one of my friends got me this one, Dark Arts Defense, which I love this. And I wrote a little quote here in the beginning, and it says, "The way you see any individual in your mind is the best they can ever be in your presence." And I love that. And this journal, I write down all of the therapeutic strategies that I learn and like kind of things that I can use with clients and different ideas and things I can talk to clients about and things I can do groups on. So this is like the one I use for like new therapeutic ideas. It's like my little black book of therapeutic techniques. Then another one of my friends who was with this friend, when this friend bought this for me, saw this one and bought this for me. And this one is A History of Magic. And of course, these are from Harry Potter. And this one is just like therapeutic notes. So this one, these are all techniques and strategies and topics. These are just therapeutic notes. There are things that I've had discussions with clients about, and I don't write their names, but I'm like, oh, if this person um, had an issue with this, and this is how I talk to them about it, then another person might have it. So I've talked about like one of the things, this page is rational emotive therapy for anticipatory anxiety. Um, and shifting states and happiness. So, condition a happy response or mood, how to boost your mood in 3 minutes or less. So, these are just things that I've worked through with clients. But then I started to find out more about journals, and more people started to get me journals. So there's this, which is a mini bullet journal, and I love this too, because you can use it this way, or if you turn it this way, it's an A5 size, which is so convenient. And then there's this journal, which this is my performance journal. So this is where I put all my ideas about my shows, my performances, my keynotes, jokes for when I do like comedy and stuff like that, and funny things to say during my shows. Um, but then I started to find out about pocket journaling and pocket journals. And someone said, "Oh, you know what? Just get like the little mini composition notebooks. They're cheap, and they are. You can get them at the dollar store for a dollar." Or you can buy like 30 of them online for I think like 15 or 20 bucks or something like that. So that's what I did. I bought them in bulk. But then someone said, well, if you get the mini composition notebooks, then you have to get a protector to protect your mini composition notebooks. I'm like, wait, what? So of course, naturally, I got a protector for my my mini composition notebooks. But then were like, you know what? Those fit great in a back pocket. But you could have like an index for your journal, which you could get another journal for. And we recommend getting a smaller journal. I'm like, how can you get a smaller journal smaller than a composition notebook? I found them. There are these little small journals. They're faux leather bound. Again, I bought, I think it was like 15 of these for like 12 bucks online. So I bought these in bulk and they have a nice little rubber band and they have like a little bookmarker there. But then I saw somebody had a smaller notebook, even smaller than this one. Look at this. Look. And you can get 50 of these for like 20 bucks. So I bought these in bulk. So now I have excess of about 250 journals of all different shapes, sizes, purposes. But when you get journals, you also have to get pens. So someone sent me these pens the other day, gel pens. And then you have pens, you need a pen bag. So so I have all these pens in this bag, but how are are these pens supposed to fit with these notebooks? See, like especially with the composition notebook protector. Look at that. Look, just look. This pen, it's well, this is a bad example because it actually does fit in there, but it just is out of line with the book. So so they sell mini pens. They have mini. Look at they're mini pens. Look at this, and they're smaller than the composition notebook. Like who knew? Who knew? So this is turning into a problem. Here's the thing, though. What am I going to use all these journals for? Like, oh my gosh! And you want to hear the funny thing? I'm I'm actually a little nervous to write in the journals because I'm like, what if I write in a journal and I don't like what I'm writing in the journal? What am I going to do with that journal? I can't throw it away because then they're all my personal private thoughts. And sometimes they're other people's thoughts. So so I have a little bit of a dilemma. I think it's a little bit of a problem. So so do any of you watching this video, do any of you have an addiction like this to journals, to pens? If I showed you my desk, which by the way I just cleaned, if I showed you all of the journals I had, you'd say, Dan, we need to stage an intervention. Like this is not healthy. Um, Maybe I should talk to my therapist about this. Maybe I should send this video to my therapist. Anyway, um, let me know. Do you like journals? What do you journal about? I think it's a great way to kind of put your ideas down, to get organized, to get some thoughts down. Like I said, because if we think about things and we don't write them down, we forget about them. What are some of the things that you use journals for? How do you use journals? If you do, what do you journal about? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to read it so I can get some more ideas of how I can use my journals. Uh, I'm heading to bed because I'm exhausted. It's been a really long few weeks, and tomorrow, bright and early in the morning, I fly to Florida to visit my best friend for a week. Can't wait. As always, my friends, be well, do good, be true to who you are, and happy healing and happy journaling.